Go Bridgeside.
Hey guys, so that was an awesome show. I'm sitting here with the guys from Libricide. And now, the one thing I do have to ask you guys, because as an avid reader, and I absolutely love books, and I'm completely against the destruction of books, what's with the name? Like...
The $1 million question. I mean, just to keep it simple, and I guess maybe ruin some of the... It was a very romantic kind of idea, but it's more about kind of bringing awareness to... It's not just books, you know, it's like DVDs, media, like all... It's pretty much knowledge in a broader sense.
Okay.
So it's kind of bringing light to that, so that hopefully we can do something different. So it's kind of just a play on that a little bit. So.
Okay. Does it go any deeper? Because I psychologically analyzed that, and I was like, listen, it's 2018. Everything's online. How many people can actually read a newspaper again or a physical book? You see Kindles, you see e-readers, and all this nonsense out there. Like, this is pretty deep. I mean, I took it that way.
Well, with us in general, being that we're millennials in a millennial world, we pretty much write whatever's around us. So anything socially, politically, or just like our everyday lives. So it pretty much is whatever we're going through on a daily basis. Right. So all you got to do is listen to our lyrics, and maybe you'll get something from it. Maybe not. Yeah. Who knows?
I think that's what it really does, though. Like, sometimes you just see some of these lyrics out there, and you're like, dude, did these people write it in the dark, or what happened? Like, I mean, you guys definitely did. Even with your like song titles, it's like a lyric in itself. So, where do you guys find the inspiration from it? I mean, you know, I always ask this question, but where do you genuinely find? I mean, I know you said it was your everyday life, but do you take a specific thing? I mean, I know your song title, "Someone's Daughter." I mean, that's deep in itself.
Somebody's daughter, yeah. It's every kind of facet of life that we all go through. I mean, we have stuff on our debut, covers everything from, you know, pursuing one's destiny and the doubts you might have about that to, you know, politics and war to economics, religion. Somebody's daughter is kind of a love song in its own, you know, and just the wide gamut of like anything and everything we've kind of been through. I don't know if we thought about it so deeply in terms of like, you know, like a concept or whatever, but you know, every song comes from a genuine place, or it wouldn't feel genuine. Right. You know what I mean?
So how did y'all meet? I mean, did you just come together one day, look at each other, like all soulmate-like, and just like, hey, you're my bandmate?
Love at first sight.
Yeah. Strictly platonic, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
You're heterosexual life partners. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm at peace with that.
We all met through like different times,
various channels.
Exactly. Because we met like over the years. Like some of us have known each other even before the band was even formed. Some of us we met like as we were interacting with each other through online, whether it be Facebook or the other social media platforms. And we just get together. We feel there's a connection between us, just as not just musically, but also you got to gel as friends, as collaborators, as songwriters, because those are the main ingredients. At the end of the day, you want good collaboration, because if you don't, outcomes nothing.
Right. That's in anything in life. That's a very great life lesson, guys. So your sound is very unique. I like it. I'm digging the vibe. So where do you find the inspiration from? Like, how can you, if you were to describe yourselves to a 10-year-old right now who knows absolutely nothing about music, but enough to know a name or two out there, how would you sum it up for that little person?
Without sounding kind of old to a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
That's kind of a broad
That's
question.
Gonna be hard.
So, yeah.
Like
we all have different like ideas of what it is, but
I mean, I'd say I don't know if that'd be a good way to segue it to a 10-year-old, but everything your mommy and daddy grew up on, through all the crap you're probably haven't even heard. I mean, we take influence from everywhere. The classic rock stuff, the 90s stuff, the modern. I mean, I love hip hop. I'm still a huge like Tupac fan, and a lot of the the new artists that are coming out. Like,
he lives.
The inspiration is everywhere. Good music is good music, and you can see that on some of the album. Like half the stuff is poppy, half the stuff's kind of proggy, half the stuff's heavy. It's kind of a culmination of everything. I feel like.
Okay.
We're musicians that grew up in a music world, whether it be through other friends who are musicians or family members that are musicians, or even family that were just into music in general. I mean, like when I was growing up, the songs that were in my house were like pretty much a mashup. I mean, I remember being 7 years old and my dad kind of forcing me to sit down and hear Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from start to finish. and
There
me
you go.
being scared to death of it, especially in day in the life, but it actually impacted my life for the better.
Right.
And just every, like, pretty much years later, and everything that we're all inspired by, it just morphs us into who we are today.
Okay. It's pretty cool. And so, do we have any questions from the feed, guys? Voice of God. Bring it in.
Let us know what you want
We
to
could do that.
Oh, hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we sure
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you.
Absolutely.
So I have a question. You guys are
Okay.
mostly coming from the greater New York City area. What's your favorite pizza? And all of you name it. And does it line up? Does everyone have a different answer?
Oh crap, probably.
Definitely.
Wow.
Zestra's Pizza on Tremont Avenue in Throgs Neck. Fantastic. I recommend it.
He's a Bronx dude right here.
There you go.
Repping the Bronx. For me, I'm honestly, you know what? It comes down to how hungry I am. You know, if I'm really hungry, anything will taste amazing. If not,
Spoken like a
then
true foodie.
Gross.
I got no one in particular, but pizza New York, by far, I think it's great. Better than most states.
I'm a Long Island boy, so pizza was kind of like all over the place in my childhood, but I don't know, like it's kind of different. Like the pizza over by the Long Island area is different from the pizza in the New York City area. It's kind of like a mashup. So I can't necessarily say, but all pizza is great in New York.
Just stay away from that dollar crap.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a dollar pizza that was actually by far one of the best I've had in the city.
Whoa.
I don't know what the place was called, but it was amazing.
Dollar pizzas, guys.
How
Don't hate
drunk
on
were
it.
you?
Don't hate on dollar pizza,
Great
guys.
answer, guys. We got another question from the control room here. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, it seems like you guys all have super diverse influences and sounds. So for each of you, who's your biggest influence and favorite band right now?
Individually or as a
Right.
whole band?
Individually.
Yeah, right now,
And
too.
then as a whole band.
Totally individually, yeah.
All right. Well, as far as individually, one of my biggest influences growing up was, like I said before, the music I was surrounded by. But I would say the one band and the one guitar player that really, really impacted my life the most was Edward Van Halen, and of course the band Van Halen. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you can't deny like the impact that guy brought to us guitar players and as musicians all over the world. He brought something to the masses, and it changed my life forever, and it changed a lot of guitar players' lives forever. But
Very true.
yeah, but I'm also into like the stuff that I was like surrounded by. But being like I'm a millennial, like a '90s and 2000s baby, like everybody else here, I was also inspired by a lot of the '90s alternative, 2000s stuff, Collective Soul, Shinedown, Nirvana, Alice in Chains. The list goes on, but
Yeah.
it's just a melting pot. And of course, Dream Theater. If to get technical, I'm a big Dream Theater fan. John Petrucci, Steve Vai, Yngwie Malmsteen. The list goes on.
That's awesome. Now, I hate to ask this because we are cutting a little short on time, but I heard the coolest rumor about your next show. So please tell me about it. When is it? Where is it? And who are you opening for?
Man, are we supposed to divulge this? But
Yes.
may as well. It's
Yeah, might as well.
it.
Might as well, you know.
Oh, that's no big deal. But we did get an awesome opening slot for a Puddle of Mud date over at One Center Square in Easton, Pennsylvania. It's not too far. It's like an hour and a half from the city. So yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to get to that show. I want to get to
Hey
that
guys,
show.
wait,
You
real
guys.
quick. We got a couple people from the stream. We don't want to forget them.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Sorry to
peoples.
cut you off, Rebecca.
Sorry.
So Steve Varello, what's going on with the new album? Anything you can share about that? Oh, that was Mr. Angelo OC.
Well, we got a single that we're working out. Are we revealing the name yet, or?
No, not
Not yet. But
So yeah, we have a new single that we're working on that we may debut in a live situation in the near future, and beyond that, just writing right now.
Got a couple new tunes in the works. Just trying to flesh out kind of the whole thing right now, and definitely trying to trump the last guy, which took enough thought. So we're gonna we're just taking it song by song at this point. But
Nice.
there's definitely one in the works as soon as possible. If not the end of this year, early 2019 for sure.
Cool. So Steve Varello actually said, "Who does the lead guitar player's hair?"
who does
Hair?
what?
Who
Who
does
does
your
his hair?
Who does my hair?
His cat,
You guys
bro.
know
Lawnmower.
Nobody. It's all me,
right.
baby.
You got a new fan then.
Whoa.
No, nobody. It's all me. I'm my own personal stylist, baby.
I think he's shitting on your wig, dude.
One last question.
It's a good way.
Dreamon795 from YouTube says, favorite song you play? Question mark.
Like
in this
original,
band or
live
in
song?
general?
That says favorite song you play? Question mark.
For us,
The covers, anything but our stuff.
our stuff is terrible.
I'm just kidding. Go around the room real quick. Let's.
Baby shark guys.
Personally, Somebody's Daughter for some reason always definitely one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go the same way.
Some family men here. Not like the rest of us degenerates. I don't even know, man. I love them all. They're like all our babies. I'd say Shavings Carver or Destiny Waits. There's a couple tunes we didn't play tonight. But yeah, I don't know. I love them all. That's me. And Dill?
I pretty much love most of the stuff that we played, but if I would have to choose a favorite, probably Destiny, because it's probably one of our most technical songs that we play, and it's definitely a challenger for all of us, and it just keeps the chops up, and even though it's very
That's
technical,
true.
it's still a song that you can all enjoy.
Darkness.
All right.
Woo!
I'm really excited about these guys. They did an awesome show. I loved it. I'm definitely going to try to make it out to the 20th, guys, and you guys should too, because it's going to rock. And honestly, it's fun, it's cool, and honestly, I still think you guys should cover Baby Shark. Get on it, guys.
All right.
We might
Baby
have to
Shark.
do that.
We
We
won't.
might have to
Baby
break
Shark,
into that.
guys,
That's what it is.
all the way.
Definitely.
All right. So let's go, Bridgeside, guys. Check this out.
Bridgeside.
Go Bridgeside.
Bridgeside.
Woo!
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Go Bridgeside.